Hello students, in this lecture video, let us discuss about the different asanas, pranayam, meditation and yogic kriyas. So let us first understand what is the meaning of asana. It means that a posture is taken into consideration for an everlasting period, or that is means that a person sits comfortably in a particular posture which enhances the activities of organs and glands of body and also maintains the physical and mental development. Now, there are a variety of asanas. We can classify it into three categories on the basis of three different effects. It can be meditative, so meditative asanas. It can provide relaxation to the body, relaxative asanas. And it can also help in correcting any type of injury, small injuries, so corrective asanas. These are the different examples: meditative asanas, Padma asana, Virasana, Gomukhasan. Relaxative asanas, Shashank asana, Shavasana or Makarasana. And corrective asanas, Matsya asana, Bhujanga asana and Vajrasana. Now let us see meditative asanas. So asanas like Padmasana, Siddhasana and Samasana, these are some of the meditative asanas which should be performed during meditation in a very peaceful environment, which is very much required for living a healthy life. Then coming to relaxative asanas, these are Shavasana and Makarasana, which basically helps in removing the fatigue of the body. Next, coming to cultural or corrective asanas like Bhujangasana, Salabhasana. So these are the prominent asanas that help in making our systems regulate or our body functions to provide maximum energy. Now let us take into consideration pranayam. What is pranayam? We just split the term pran and yam. Pran means vital energy and yam means control. So means this controlling our inhalation and exhalation, which contains of three parts. Purak, which means breathing in, inhalation. Rechak means exhaling, means breathing out. And Kumbhak means retaining the breath, that is to hold the breath, which can be taken into consideration as two parts: internal Kumbhak and external Kumbhak. Internal means that you are retaining the breath after complete inhalation, means you are breathing in and holding the breath for a certain period of time. External means to retain breath after complete exhalation. Now there can be different types of pranayam also: Surya Bedi pranayam, Sheetkari pranayam, Bhastrika pranayam. Now let us see the different meaning of meditation. Dhyan or meditation is the first stage of samadhi, which basically enhances the concentration process, the way we see an object directly and concentrate at a particular point. That is meditation. Next, meaning of Shatkarms or Shuddhi Kriyas. So human body is like a machine. So when we are working so hard, then we also need the cleanliness of our body. So that is Shuddhi Kriya, where the body is cleansed using certain methods like Neti, Dhoti, Basti. So here Jal Niti is shown over here. With this kind of equipment, what we do, from one part of the nose, the water moves in, and from the other part, it moves out. So this cleanses the whole system. Yoga is needed for concentration. We have different asanas for that. Like Sukhasana, which is a combination of two words, Sukh and Asan, means the posture that gives you happiness. So in this, it's the meditative posture. You just sit with the right leg and the place under the left thigh, and it improves concentration. It also facilitates mental and physical balance. The only contradiction is the individuals who have knee injury should not perform this asana for long duration. Next is Tadasana, in which you have to stand up in attention position and lift your arms upwards. That is called as Tadasana. Benefits are to reduce obesity, cure constipation and digestive problems, and also enhances the body posture. Again, same contradiction. Anyone suffering from headaches or low blood pressure should not do these asanas. Next is Padma asana, again sitting in a cross-leg position, and it helps to calm the mind. Contradiction is anyone suffering from a weak or injured knee should not practice this. Shashank asana or hare pose means sitting in Vajrasana like this and then moving the hands in front. So this helps in you can say regulating our body, you can say fat. It controls diabetes, increases memory power, and contradiction again with anyone suffering from slip disc or high blood pressure. Next is Nauka asana. One person has to lie down flat on the mat with the feet together, arms sideways, and then start inhaling and then exhaling. So this Nauka asana means like a boat. The person will be relaxed and all the back and abdominal muscles will be worked up. Again, contradictions, blood pressure, migraine, if anyone suffering from heart diseases should not do this. Next is Vrikshasana, in which, see, like a tree in the picture it is shown, the posture is maintained like this. So, person has to stand erect with arms on one side and maintain a proper balance. So, this strengthens the ligaments, the tendons of the feet and enhances the flexibility. It reduces the knee problems. Anyone who is suffering from migraine, insomnia, or lower high blood pressure should avoid this asana. Lastly, Garudasana, you can see the legs over here are also crossed along with the hands. So, in a standing position, this thing is done. Benefits are to strengthen the muscle, and contradiction means who should not perform this? Anyone having ankle or elbow injury.